for, whether that's to be bought out, whether it's to acquire other companies, whether it's just for cash flow. Every business is different, but generally speaking, we dig into that. We build systems and processes around what the owner really wants, and then we optimize as we go.
I'm impressed by the fact in your bio you're a Forbes writer. It's a magazine that I've always respected. How does that come about, and what type of articles are you writing for them? That's my own little curiosity.
Yeah, so I started just by doing kind of local articles in smaller publications, and then got approached by Forbes, and it went really well. And then I started writing one or two articles here or there, and I'm behind on that. I should be doing one or two a month now, but I generally get one every other month in there. But just adding value to businesses. So what I tend to do is write about business issues or things that come up in my day-to-day with my clients and with my private clients, and then hopefully translate that into something that is more mass market so that it can be applicable to most CEOs or finance people. And a lot of that is, again, mindset and lifestyle as well, because a big part of running a successful business is constantly keeping your mind tuned, staying focused, and being able to add value.
Well, I got two more questions for you before we wrap this thing up, and I'm only going to ask this one because you got it on your website. What are KPIs, and how can they help you improve?
Key performance indicators, and that's very similar to what we were talking about on scorecards and metrics. It's just the same thing as scoreboards and metrics. It's just an indicator that's very key to your business, and you'll help dictate the performance of your business based on that metric.
I think those metrics set the platform for everything you do in your business. I appreciate that that's one of the things that you talk about and help people with, because if you can understand those components, you know exactly where to take your sales teams, what you want them selling. If you've got a variety of products, you'll probably know which ones are the most profitable, which ones you can promote on social media because they're bringing in more profit, and forecast all that out. So I love those types of indicators. My last question for you, we live in a society of everybody wants everything now, and we have entrepreneurs out there, and they'll grind away for 4 to 6 months. They're bootstrapping it, and they're sweating it out, putting in their 15 hours. And in under a year, they're going, wow, this thing is just not working. Well, I'm old school. I come from the days when if you're going to generate and start a new business, it's going to take 3 to 5 years to start becoming profitable. In your opinion, is that still the rule of thumb? Is it still that 3 to 5 years to start seeing profit and success, and that's a good indicator, or do things happen much faster these days?
I think the instant gratification world that we live in, and mixed with the technology world that we live in, has made that cycle a lot faster. I think there's some industries that just generally will have a longer cycle, but there's, let's just use e-commerce as an example, where you can be a single person sat in your spare bedroom, which is then an office, and you can be making millions of dollars very quickly, very much before year 1 or year 3, just depending on what that industry is. And the shift in technology has been the main driver to change that, I believe.
That's some good advice. So for all you entrepreneurs out there, you might have it in under a year. Grind away, make good use of your space and your time. I do this podcast from my home office in Montana, looking out at Glacier National Park, partially living my dreams. So anyways, Casey, I really appreciate you taking the time to be on the show. I think you've imparted some great wisdom for our listeners. Where can people find more information out about you, and how do they book you for an engagement and or a consultation?
Yeah, so we offer a free consultation for all your listeners. The best way to do that would be just to go to togethercfo.com. and you'll get more information about us there. You can book a call from there, and we have a free PDF for you to kind of take the 3 steps to profitability. So we hope that adds value and kind of breaks down 3 simple steps to help you increase profits.
Well, I love it. Appreciate what you're doing. Again, Casey and I connected on LinkedIn. If you're not using that tool, I think it's worth your time and effort. Put a little bit of attention towards it each day. Grow your business, grow your connections. Casey, we wish you much success in what you're doing. I look forward to reading some articles in Forbes. and finding you out and around Beverly Hills when I'm out looking for some good espresso or something. So thank you again for being on the show.
Thank you for having me on, and look forward to meeting you when you're out here next.
Thank you for listening to today's show. It is my pleasure and honor to interview all of the guests that have been on the Answer is Yes podcast. If you have enjoyed the show, please go on iTunes and subscribe, give a rating, or simply tell a friend about the show. We also believe in the message of our guests and the positive influence of their stories. As my own mentor and coach, David Meltzer, has taught me, spend some time every day thinking and writing about the things in your own life that you have more than enough of. You will find out how blessed we really are. Please visit my website, livelifedriven.com, for the latest updates about me and what I'm doing. Plus, I post a monthly blog about the many topics on this show. This podcast can also be found there. As I learned early on in life, what you believe is what you will achieve. Thanks, Mark Victor Hansen, and thank you, and have a great week.